see Jim is standing there in awe and wonder, drinking his lemonade. This is what they call the flag court, and it's kind of the central location of the Hamvention site. That's the flagpole. Most people say, okay, I'll be at the flagpole or in the flag court, and that was pretty much the traditional meeting place for everybody. They have 3 buildings. Whoops, I don't want to go there yet. 3 buildings where most of the commercial vendors are located: Marconi, Maxim, and what's the third
Tesla?
one? Huh?
Tesla.
Tesla. So those are the 3 main buildings. They've got 3 smaller buildings that are used for a combination of displays and also for seminars. And what would a Hamfest be without cold beer?
Yingling.
Yeah. Notice they had Bud Light. There weren't a lot of people in that tent.
Can imagine
But
why.
this structure here was kind of a beer garden area. There were also food trucks all around the perimeter of the flag court area. And there was Mex-Tex, Asian, hot dogs, hamburgers, pork tenderloin, and you name it, you could find it. And just beyond this, back where this gray shelter is, was one of the 3 flea markets. This one was nice. It was relatively small, but it was easier to walk around. This is the interior of one of the other buildings. This is the ARRL booth. And it was kind of neat. You could go in there, go one-on-one with a lot of the monkey mugs from ARRL, pick up stuff in the ARRL store, renew your membership, which I did. Also, you could do DXCC and WAS card checking, and just, like I said, meet a lot of the folks you only read about in QST. This is the Luso Tower booth. Normally, you would see a huge 100-foot telescoping tower on a cart or a trailer sitting there. It is so big, when it stands up while still nested, there's a ladder up the side and a work platform. Then you crank it up to 100 feet. It takes 3-phase motors to stand it up and extend it. These things cost about $30,000 a piece, and they're brought in from Japan. Typically, what's happened in the past is they sell one in the US and they strike a deal with the buyer and it says, okay, let us show it at Hamvention, then we'll send it to you, we'll cover all the shipping and transportation. Well, in most cases, the buyers go, great, because they're getting their transportation and shipping for free. Well, this year, no one had purchased one, or they sold them, but the purchase didn't coordinate with Hamvention, so they're calling this their stealth tower this year. Another shot of the vendors area. This is the other flea market. It's on we're in your south end of the flag court. Again, lots of quasi-commercial vendors, lots of organizations in this area. You can find just about anything in the flea market. In this case, a lot of vacuum tubes. You can also find these things in the middle there. They look like powder horns. That's what they are, powder horns. Those are real, no kidding, musket powder horns. How much was the guy asking for them?
I didn't ask if they were from the 1800s. They are vintage.
Yeah, those are
I
antiques.
didn't want to know.
I mean, they're older than that.
Really?
Looks like a hell.
There's another shot of the flea market. This is the third flea market. This is the big one. There's a racetrack at the south end of the fair park, and this is in the infield of the racetrack. And what they've done First year,
Yeah,
that gravel wasn't there.
Yeah,
It was mud.
yeah.
It was really bad. So they added this gravel. The problem is, when they put that, it's actually crushed asphalt. In some of the areas it's fairly smooth. In other areas, they're like rocks, loose rock. Made it difficult to walk. This was the seminar on Saturday afternoon, wasn't it? And they had several of the biggies from ARRL headquarters. David Binster, CEO. Rich Rodriguez, president of ARRL. I forget his first name. Steger, the treasurer, comptroller. And finally, who was the fourth guy?
Will Reaver?
I'm sorry?
Will Reaver?
No, Woolweaver wasn't there. I forget. There were four,
Whatever.
I say significant, I can't remember the fourth guy. But one of the presentations they made was this young lady. She was named Young Amateur of the Year. She's a junior in high school. National Honor Society. All sorts of other organizations in her high school. President of her high school amateur radio club. Organized technician license classes in her high school. Active member of her amateur radio club outside of high school.
She teaches CW.
Yeah, she teaches, just, you name it, she was doing it. And